Hey, fifth graders. I'm Miss Stein, and today we are going to go over some science. We are actually starting our second unit, and we're working with physical science. So, to start our unit or to jump our unit off, we're going to start with a phenomenon. Now, a phenomenon is just a fact or situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or explanation is in question. So it's something we see that causes us to be like, how did that happen? Or really makes us think, what is going on there? I love the synonyms. It's a marvel, it's a sensation, it's a wonder, it's a rarity. So today we are going to go to the Aral Sea and we are going to look at a phenomenon that happened there. Now, the first thing I want you to do, I'm going to show you a series of 6 pictures. And what I want you to do is make sure that you have pencil and paper, and you are just going to jot down some observations, what you see, what you notice. Now, if you were actually out in nature, or in the field, you would use all 5 of your senses. But today, because we're looking at pictures, we're going to use our eyes to observe. So what is it that you see? And so you can write down anything that you see because that is what you are observing. All right, let's go here. Here's our first picture. And quite honestly, this doesn't look like much of a phenomenon, but just you wait. So we have a ship. It's in the middle of the sea. Everything looks pretty normal. All right. Okay. Write down anything you see or anything that you notice, maybe something that might be different from this photo than from the previous one. And then look at this. Whoa. What do you notice? What do you see? What do you notice? What do you see? Here's a couple ships in the middle of a field. Just anything that you notice, anything that you see, write that down. If I go too fast, these will be linked in your Seesaw activity, so you can look at them as many times as you would like. And then here's the final one. All right. So the first thing that we did is we just made observations. So you should have jotted some things down. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through them one more time. And we're gonna think, what do you think is going on? And so I want you to try to write that down. So we'll go through the slideshow just one more time. And let's just think, what do we think is going on? So kind of think of this a little bit like a timeline. Here's our first picture. Okay. Here's our second picture. It's our third picture. And there's the fourth one. What could have happened? What do you think happened? What do you think is going on? Here's this. This one is just the most puzzling to me. And then here's your final picture. So in our next column, what you're going to write is you are going to write what you think is going on. And then for our final column, for our wonder, what you're going to do is just any questions you have. What do you wonder? What does it make you wonder? What questions do you have? What questions would you want to dig a little deeper in? Or just what background information do you wish that you had about this phenomenon? So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is make sure that you have at least 2 to 3 questions or observations or kind of like hypotheses or just what you think is happening in each column. And then the final thing that you're going to do is you are going to construct a possible explanation, a hypothesis of how the ships ended up in the dry field. So here you can add a text box and tell me what you think happened. Just use your best writing. You can also record yourself telling me what do you think happened? Or your own fifth grade teacher. And then you can also record yourself, just like me, do a video and tell us, what do you think happened? And then tomorrow we will come back and we will actually do a science experiment to explore how this phenomenon happened. So I will see you guys tomorrow.